Hello and welcome to Trading 5 Talents. In today's video, I want to go over the next 10 trades that I made with these 4 Ironfly bots created in Option Alpha. So if you've been following the channel over the past couple of weeks, you know that I've been trying to automate an Ironfly options trading strategy using Option Alpha. So I have the link to Option Alpha down in the description, as well as videos on my channel on how I made this bot, how I developed the Ironfly strategy, and what I'm currently doing with these 4 different variations of the Ironfly trading strategy. So just a brief recap, I am using SPY and I'm entering an Ironfly that is 10 strikes wide every day of the week for a 7 DTE. And when I do that, I'm getting approximately $600 in credit, or selling an Ironfly for $6. But the 4 variations are on how I'm exiting those trades. And so I went through my first 10 trades already, showing that the free range Ironfly as well as the trailing stop Ironfly have performed the best. So let's cover the next 10 trades and see how these variations are doing. So as you can see right here, each line across going from left to right, and they're color coded, represents a different variation of my Ironfly. So this first gray one is a 1530. I'm just calling it a 1530 Ironfly. That means I'm trying to get a 15% credit or 15% profit or a 30% loss. The next one here in yellow is a 30-30, so that means 30% profit or 30% loss. And then the one in green down here, this is my trailing stop, and the way that I set this one up is once the position is in 15% profit, then it activates a trailing stop, which is 5%. So as the profit goes up, the trail goes up, the trailing stop goes up, and then it's going to close out once that trailing stop is reached, or it's going to exit the entire position at 90% profit. All right, and then finally this red one is the free range Ironfly variation, and here I'm just letting it go until expiration, at least as close until expiration as I can. And so I'm exiting around I think it's 2:45 p.m. Because at 3 o'clock or an hour before close there is an option assignment risk. So I want to avoid that, so I'm going to exit at 2:45. All right, now over on the left-hand side in this first column, you can see the total profits in these paper trading accounts after 20 trades. If you look down here on the graph, the first 10 trades go from the left all the way into this diamond data point right here. And then the next 10 trades are going to be the lines that follow after that. So after the first 10 trades, you can see that the free range Ironfly worked the best, followed by the trailing stop, and then the 30-30, and then the 15-30. Now the 15-30, which is the gray one, that was the original Ironfly variation that I was using, and I developed that after going through a variety of different Iron Condor strategies. So once I chose the Ironfly as the best path forward, I made these 4 variations to see if I can't get better profits or a better return. And as you can see, I definitely can after 10 trades. That trend still follows after 20 trades. The original is down here at the bottom, followed by the 30-30, then the trailing stop, and then finally the free range is way up here. So after 20 trades, you can see the total profits, where the original only made $572. Again, it's only $572. It's still a pretty good return. I'm giving each of these bots I think $5,000 in paper trading money. So, that's over a 10% return for the gray one here, the 1530, but you can almost triple it by just increasing your profit target to 30%. You can see $1,600. Trailing stop, you can go even further, and that is $2,118. And finally, the free range, which is even further than that, $2,665. So let's look at these trades right here. So starting here at trade number 11, all the way to 20, you can see I started this first few trades. Actually, it's like that whole first week with losses, and there was just 4 losses in a row, and that really, so the running total is down here. You can see that really devastated the 1530. It went down to $10. So I pretty much lost all of my profits that I had made. After 14 trades, I was almost break even, and then I won 6 for $572 in total. But you can see with the 30-30, after losing 4 in a row, I was still at $491 in profit. For the trailing stop, after losing 4 in a row, was $1,138 in profit. And then finally, the free range, I was at over $1,200 in profit, even after I lost 4 trades in a row. So that's what I like about these last two, the green trailing stop and the red free range, is that even after you take a string of losses, you're still going to have a pretty decent profit. And that's why I went live with the trailing stop strategy, because I do like the idea of not holding the position for long periods of time. I want to be able to get in, take my profit, and then get out and not be exposed to the market fluctuations as would happen with the free range. So even though the free range was making more, I chose to go live with the trailing stop because I didn't want that market exposure. All right. So let me show you what it looks like over in Option Alpha. Again, the link is down below, and I'll show you where you can also implement these particular strategies if you want in your paper trading account, if you want to follow along or if you want to tweak them a little bit more. But overall, I've been pretty happy with Option Alpha and the way that I can actually forward test these strategies in paper trading accounts. So here we are back in Option Alpha, and you can see I've color coded them, and so they follow the same color scheme. This is my original. This is my 30-30 here in yellow. This is the trailing stop in green, and this is the free range in red. Now it's a little bit misleading with this total profit number right here in this column, because I've been running this gray original iron fly strategy for quite a while. This is back in December of 2022, so it's going to have a higher profit than what I just showed you on my Google sheet, because that was only for 20 trades. Also, this total profit includes unrealized profits and losses, and you can see in this column how many trades are currently open, because I am still testing these 4 strategies, and I'll be going over some different results later on in upcoming videos. But if we just take a look at this gray one right now, and you can see some different stats right here. I've closed 78 positions. My win rate is 71.8%, and this is expected. If I'm exiting at 15% and then my stop loss is at negative 30%, my wins are going to be about half as much as my losses, and that's kind of the case right here. And so far I've returned about 42% profit. So if we look at the 30-30, in this case, I only have 8 positions closed. Now, I have recorded 20 positions on my Google sheet because I was recording the trades for the 30-30, but that was embedded in a different bot. And I think I explained that in a previous video. And the reason for that is because I could, with the account that I had at Option Alpha, I could only have 3 bots simultaneously. But since my account was upgraded, because I have a qualified trader brokerage account now, I was able to add more bots. And that's why I added the 30-30 as its own bot. But it was after a few trades have already closed. So if you're interested in finding out how you can get a premium upgrade, a free upgrade with Option Alpha, then you should check out that video on how I did that. All right, with the 30-30, 87.5% win rate, 7 wins, 1 loss. And this is really important right here. So my average win is $184. My average loss is $27. So that's a lot better than what I was getting with the 15-30. So the win rate, yes, it's obviously higher, but it's sort of skewed because I'm starting already 8 trades in. And so it's masking some of those, that early string of losses that I had with this second set of 10 trades. Here is the green one, the trailing stop strategy, iron fly strategy. 23 positions closed, 18 wins, 5 losses. So we have almost an 80% win rate. But this is, again, what I like. I like the wins being more than the average loss. So $204 for average win, $119 average loss, and I'm winning more than 50% of the time. I think that's a pretty good combination. You can see that this bot made quite a bit, 61%. And the first one was back in March 13th. So just over a month, returning 61%. That's really good. And then finally, the free range iron fly. 21 closed positions, 15 wins, 6 losses. So the win rate is a lot lower. However, what I'm finding is that the average win and the average loss is about the same. except there are a lot more open positions. You can see there are still 5 open positions right here. And so I'm winning, just about all of them. And so those 5 open positions are going to really boost this win rate if they actually open. Some things to note, one reason I don't particularly want to go with the free range iron fly. For example, right here, let's take a look at this one. I closed it for $65 in profit. So 10.6% is what it reached. But you can see that the high was actually 65.9%, but I only made 10.66%. And that's because I let it go to expiration. It reached that max profit, in this case, 5 days ago, but I closed it, because I was just letting it go. It's free range. So I would have been able to lock in that profit had I had a trailing stop on it, but I didn't. So that's what happened. And same thing with this one right here. So $60 in total profit. I got a 10% return, but it actually went up to 32%, 32.6% 4 days ago. So I could have had that profit, or at least a lot of that profit, had I put a trailing stop on it, but I didn't. So yes, I am going to have some that really win quite a bit, like this one, $445, $353, $346. But I guess in my trading style, I'm just not comfortable with letting some really have really big winners and then leaving a lot of profit on the table. So that's why I sort of compromised with the trailing stop and went live with that particular strategy so that I can have a lot more consistent results than these varied results of the free range iron fly. Okay, so that's these 4 iron fly variations. And let me show you how you can find these. So again, if you are a member of Option Alpha, just go over to the community tab over here on the left. And then if you search for, Trading 5 Talents, up here at the top, Daily Iron Fly Strategy, Trading 5 Talents. The reason I put, again, the name up here is because I want it to be easily searchable. And I'm going to go over this chart in an upcoming video of what my final plan is with this iron fly strategy. But if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, I just updated this today. I've simplified all of these bots, and I just made them really very easy to understand once you take a look at the logic, because there's not much logic to it at all. But you can clone each and every one of these, and then you can, adjust the inputs and adjust any parameter that you want. I'm just showing you what the results are after 20 trades using the parameters that are set in these particular templates. So if you want to go ahead and play around with that, then please use the link down below to connect to Option Alpha. You can also upgrade to a premium account on Option Alpha by connecting your Trader brokerage account. And then if you have any questions, please either leave a comment down below the video, or you can go into this community tab, simply add a reply, and I will get back to you as quickly as I can and try to help you out as much as I can. So in the meantime, trade wisely and take care.